SuperFlex drafts are here. We've been waiting a long time for this, and these will last about a month and a half, 2 months. We'll get our fill, believe me, of SuperFlex drafts, but they have hit Underdog, and we're drafting tonight. We're drafting right now on Underdog Fantasy, promo code Smitty. You need that link. It's right here, my people. Hit the link right now. That's to get in to the draft. Make sure you use code Smitty if you're downloading the app manually, or just use that link and it'll get it done for you. If you're watching a replay of the video, the link's in the description. Hit the link, do it live. We're jumping into the SuperFlex. I believe they're $5 too, which is unbelievably awesome to be jumping into a cheap draft for some of you that want to do a $5 draft. I had a couple people say, let's do a $5 draft, Smitty. I don't know if there are any $5 drafts out there, but there are, and there's SuperFlex, and we haven't done SuperFlex yet on the channel since last year. So let's do a SuperFlex draft right now and expect a whole lot of SuperFlex content this month of June. June will be SuperFlex month on the channel. I think we need to, let me write this down to make sure we remember. Each month we're going to have some sort of theme, and we're going to hit that theme hardcore so that each calendar year, you guys get excited about each month. What are we doing in June? June is SuperFlex Overload is what we'll call it. The Fantasy Football Show Draft Edition, SuperFlex Edition begins right now. File on in and hit that like button.
Live from the FantasyFootballShow.com studios. It's the Fantasy Football Show. Live! Monday through Friday, 8 p.m. Eastern. Smitty is also live whenever news breaks.
Okay, so go into the Underdog app. The link again is right here, and I'm gonna pin the link for anybody that might need to reference it later if you're a few minutes behind, whatever the case may be. That link has been, I'm trying to pin it. Pinned. Boom. Pinned. 40, 50 of you already in the building. Let's give it a second. We're going to click the green button in just about 10 seconds, so hang tight for me. I can't wait to do a SuperFlex draft. I don't even know what I'm necessarily going to be looking at, given we haven't done one of the Underdog SuperFlex drafts yet, and I haven't honestly done one yet this offseason. Jump in, hit the green button, go. And we'll jump into the SuperFlex draft. Let me put the draft on the screen per usual, and we will be attacking this bad boy together. Excited. I'm excited. I haven't been in a SuperFlex draft in quite some time, and I've been jonesing for a SuperFlex draft. 2 more to start. Hurry up. If you don't get into this draft together, join one and draft alongside using the process and type of content that we're talking about, and apply it to your draft. You don't need to be in the exact same draft for this to work for you. It could be to your benefit by being in a draft that's not the one that we're all drafting in. So don't fret. If you want to be in a draft just because it's fun, I get it, and I would love to be in a draft with you. And if you miss out on this one, we're drafting pretty much every midnight, most nights. I don't ever lock it down and say it's 100% certain, but I do draft pretty much most midnights going forward until kickoff of the 2024. Get the 1 pick. I got the 1 pick.
Let's go! Mashed potatoes!
You gotta like the 1 pick. You gotta like the 1 pick. The 1 pick in a SuperFlex draft is phenomenal. It is the way to go. It's what you look to get. That water tastes old. Ugh. That tastes like garbage. Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Patrick Mahomes. Oh, Josh Allen. For some reason, this is not. Let me see if I can extend this so you guys can see it. Like, where's Josh Allen? Where the hell is Josh Allen? But he's just hiding. Here we go. Man, Tyreek Hill's still pretty high. CeeDee Lamb's up there. Okay. I see what they're doing. It's Josh Allen, Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes. On the clock, about to time out. Let's go with Joshy boy. Okay. Superfisher's in that 2 spot. We got who else we got in here? Stage in the building, my boy Stage. What's up, my guy? Hurts, Lamar, Patrick Mahomes, Joseph in the house. What's up, my boy Joseph? Nathan in the building. What's up, Nathan? Huck, okay, and Ruff. Appreciate you all. file on in. Roger in the chat. I love seeing all the people in here. About 80 to 100 of you in here. Some total 60 from YouTube. Punch that thumb up button. Let's get more people in here. We're gonna start getting to that crazy time of the year where we have 200, 300, 400 people in the live streams late at night here. Jared with the gifted memberships. Jared was gifted a membership by, Peanut Butter and Jelly was gifted a membership by Jared, who gifted 1 membership. Thank you, Jared, for doing that. And Peanut Butter, congrats on grabbing one of those. Thank you, pal. Appreciate you. All right, what do we got? Any super chats will jump straight to the front of the line. Phone lines open at the bottom of the screen.
Call into the show. Call into the show.
And let's take a little gander at this draft. Josh Allen, Jalen Hurts, Lamar Jackson, Mahomes, Anthony Richardson, par for the course. And I'm really starting to like a top 5 pick more than I used to. Like I used to, even like early process, early thinking January. It's like, man, if you don't get that top 4 pick, what do you do? I'm really loving the Stroud and Anthony Richardson value. Not that I don't love Burrow, not that I don't like Jordan Love, not that I don't love, Dak and a bunch of these guys that are monsters. Even Jaden Daniels. Interesting to see Jaden Daniels go in the second round, top of the second round. We'll have to see if his ADP even at all can linger into the bottom of 2. We'll see what happens. But I'm loving Anthony Richardson and Stroud in that 5 and 6 spot. DC dude, what is going on in your live?
Yo, what's good? Smitty, good to hear from you again, man.
What's up, pal?
You doing some SuperFlex? Ain't nothing, man. SuperFlex my thing, so I had to chime in with you.
Yeah, buddy.
I did a draft earlier today. I was in the 10th spot out of 12.
Thank you,
Detest. I took JD.
Detest.
I took JD, then I took Bijan, and my little crew laughed me out because I took JD in the first round. What you think about that?
Jaden Daniels in the first round in a 1Q or in a 2 QB or SuperFlex. Best ball or redraft, or is it dynasty?
It's best ball.
Okay, so
well,
yeah, I mean,
it's a best ball. It's a best ball dynasty.
What pick did you take, JD5?
10 out of 12, first round.
I mean, look, he went number 13 here, so clearly you're not that out of pocket. I think it's kind of wild to suggest somebody is out of pocket to go JD5 at 13, 10, 11. But, I mean, you're going to want to take advantage to the best of your ability, getting him in as your second drafted player. You're really going to have a little bit of a... I mean, but then again, you look at it like this perspective. Who did you get in your second round pick?
My boy, Bijan.
Bijan, okay. So if you look at it this way, Bijan and JD5 or JD5 and Bijan doesn't really matter. Like, could you have taken Bijan in round 1? I think the answer is yes, you could have. Like, I'm not saying it's the smartest thing if there's a quarterback available to you, but no matter what way you spin it, the reach didn't really hurt you, did it? So I don't mind it so much. I'm in a little bit of a jam here. I don't want to force a quarterback. I'm going to go Puka Nacua, and this is tough. I'm going to see what I can do and go Marvin Harrison Jr. So I got Josh Allen, Puka, and Marvin. I don't know if this is going to be smart or not, but we're going to deploy it and see what happens. I just didn't want to force guys like Caleb. I didn't want to force guys like Tua and Goff and Herbert. We'll see if it backfires, but definitely love the look of it so far. We'll just see what it looks like downstream. But, yeah, I love Superflex, bro. And again, Jaden Daniels is going to go. I'm pretty much confident he's not slipping to any redraft Superflex or best ball, obviously redraft Superflex round 3. I think he's cemented in round 2, probably cemented into the top of 2. And people like you that took him early or will take him early, at the end of the day, Bijan's still worthy of a bottom of round 1 pick. So you're not reaching that bad. It's just a swappage of resources. Don't worry about it.
Yeah, like the only reason why I really did it, because sitting in the 12th spot was a guy with the Commanders logo. So I was afraid he was going to probably take him. So that's the reason why I did it like that. I'm in about 50 to 60 super flexes, all money league, best ball, all best ball. And I've done a build like this before. Tell me what you think about this, Smitty. Went quarterback. First 4 picks were quarterbacks. What do you think about that build?
I don't like that at all. I don't like that at all. I would be willing to bet money that the likelihood of that being a good percentage chance. I mean, not saying you can't do it. If you landed anybody can land all those late picks in a weird, astronomically tough to actually occur way that you could like win. You know what I mean? But the odds are probably extremely low, bro. If you ask me, I think you'd be hard pressed to even win going QB if everything didn't go perfect for you. I think it's okay to do that. I think it's okay. QB is definitely a pliable approach. It's not one I love though, because I feel like I could find value somewhere else that it can make sense for me to not approach that strategy. I just have faith in myself that I can find the value where other people can't at those positions. But going 4 straight QBs, what was the rest of your team? I can't imagine it was sounding all that great, but let's hear it.
Yeah, I got to go take a look, Smitty. Like I told you, I'm in about 50, 60 best ball SuperFlexes already. So I just wanted to mix it up, try something different to see how it will work for me. I really wanted to test my skills to see if I can, find guys late, and still win a league. So I was just testing out a build, and I wanted to see what you thought about it. I knew you wouldn't like it too much, but I actually thought my team was pretty solid.
Give me the team. Can you look it up? What was the team when you drafted 4 straight quarterbacks in the rounds 1, 2, 3, 4?
Okay.
I want to know what this team looked like.
All right, cool. Let me find the team, and then I'm going to come back up. Maybe
it couldn't have been anything. It couldn't have been anything better than like Rashad White's, James Cook's, guys like that. Like you couldn't have had any talent better than that. You couldn't have had any talent better than like Zay Flowers. Not that those aren't good guys, but I mean you had no firepower after that. I don't know.
Yeah, let me go find this minute because I do want to see what you think about it. Let me go find it. Give me a minute. All
right, mute it if you could. Just mute real quick. We're getting close to my selection here. I've got a whole room full of YouTube and Twitter peeps in the building. We've got over 70 to 80 people on YouTube jumping in and out. We should hit the hundreds really soon. Phone lines are open. Phone lines at the bottom of the screen. Your boy is almost on the clock. I'm in the hole right now. Almost on deck. We'll see what happens. Liking the flow of this draft so far. Of course, I went a little early wide receiver shopping, but I didn't want to force the position at all. So I'm feeling pretty good about what's in front of me right here. 2 good quarterbacks there left. I could go double right here. This is a tough decision. I think I'm gonna go Aaron Rodgers and I'm going to go Derrick Henry. So Josh Allen, Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison, Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry. I almost went Stafford, but I like this. This looks pretty good. And you look at my quarterbacks comparatively to, let's say the 12 spot. Jordan Love and Jaden Daniels. Granted, they've got Olave and Kyron. I like that. But Puka and Marvin and Derrick Henry, I'm feeling really good from this. This looks pretty solid. Wow. This draft is flowing in a crazy fashion here. These teams are wild. Look at the team from the 8 spot, 3 quarterbacks. Look at the team from the 6 spot that just took Deshaun Watson, their first quarterback. This team's crazy. It's going no QB until round 5 in a SuperFlex. That is wild. Christian McCaffrey, JJ, Garrett Wilson, Mike Evans, Deshaun Watson. It could work out. Are you there, DC dude? Did you end up finding it?
Yeah, I'm still here. I'm still looking. I'm in about 50, 60. Give me a second. I'm going to find it, though.
Hey, make sure you click that info icon at the top and rename it. Put 4 QBs in parentheses so you can always quickly find it. What do you guys think of this team? What do you think of this team so far? Josh Allen. What do you think of this team, DC dude? Josh Allen, Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison Jr., Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry.
I like it.
It's pretty good.
I'm just always a little shy of taking a a rookie wide receiver, being so that we don't know what we're going to get.
Yeah.
Aaron Rodgers, I'm always afraid of another injury, of compensation. You know what I mean? One foot or one leg for another.
Yep.
But other than that, man, I like it.
I'm
I
feeling
really
pretty
like
good about it. I'm feeling pretty good about it. CMC and JJ in the same team is nice, says Brandon. Yeah, but they got no quarterback. I mean, here's the potential problem, though, is this team from 6 looks glorious, right? But they only have Deshaun Watson. I venture to say they're going to try and grab a QB here, like a Baker, a Levis, a McCarthy, a Bryce Young, and they'll get somebody. But you got to ask yourself the question, if Watson doesn't work out, this team's done. There's no shot at all in hell that team, no matter if they have Christian McCaffrey and JJ or whatever, doesn't matter. They're not going anywhere if they lose that top quarterback. It's just not going to happen. So I play, and I personally don't like SuperFlex League, says Sick Nasty. Yeah, if you've never done them or you barely started doing them, they are kind of an adjustment. I think the reason you don't like it is you're used to, something a certain way, and then your expectation, your projections, that's like when PPR was introduced. God, in I want to say the early 2000s, like 2003, 2 is when it started to kind of catch on. 2005 really, 2005, 2006. Is probably when it started to really pick up steam, and people were just really hell-bent against it. And I was too. I'll be honest. I'm an old dog from I played fantasy football since 1992 or 3. There's newspapers. There was no internet, nothing like that, and you never heard of PPR at that point. There was no SuperFlex. There weren't even really dynasties. Or any way to consume Dynasty content or even hear about Dynasty. There weren't forums, there wasn't the internet, there wasn't anything. So you didn't know. You heard through the grapevine how to play fantasy football. Okay. Feeling good about this. Just so everybody knows, yeah, rough. I know that. That's why I drafted Derrick Henry. Just so everybody knows, the lineup requirements here are 1 QB, 1 SuperFlex, so 2 QB if you want, 2 running back, 2 wide receiver, 1 flex. So there's not the 3 wide receivers. All right, so I'm on the clock here. Man, Kincaid's there. I gotta go Kincaid here, I think. I'm going to go Kincaid and cuff him to Josh Allen. And then, honestly, this could be early. This could be near boneheaded to some degree. Hold on. Let me cue the player in case I time out. This could be boneheaded to some degree. I don't care. It could be league winning. I'm going to go Justin Fields. So I've got Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers. He was the 3rd ranked quarterback. He was not going to make it even down this entire round, let alone down and back. So reaching a little bit, sure. Don't mind, don't care. Aaron Rodgers, Fields, Josh Allen, Puka, Marvin, Derrick Henry, Dalton Kincaid, cuff to Josh Allen, smashing the hell out of this draft. Smashing the hell. DC, dude, did you find it or not? I'm going to hang up and you can call back if you got it, bro. Just look for it.
I'll call back when I find it.
Okay, guy's searching through his entire library of drafts, trying to find one draft. This is good. Somebody call in. Let's talk about this team that I'm drafting, this conglomerate. And then this guy from the 8 spot, what's he doing? Did he fall asleep with his head on the keyboard? Kyler Murray, Trevor Lawrence, Drake London, Kirk Cousins, Geno Smith, Zay Flowers. Is that one of ours? If I offended you, I'm sorry. I just don't know what's going on with your team. This team from the 4 spots going balls to the wall 1 quarterback, which I don't hate necessarily. Especially if they were to pick like a Fields to go with it or something, then it's kind of crafty. This team from the 12 spot, Jordan Love, Jaden Daniels, Chris Olave, Kyron Williams, Josh Jacobson, Trey McBride. Pretty interesting squad there. I don't mind that. Let's get something to highlight these bad boys. Let me put this on the screen here. Hold on a second. Stage, Ray G. He's got Burrow, Bijan, Debo, Laporta, Tank Dell, Bryce Young. Pretty good team on the clock right now. Let's see what Ray G does with this pick. Finally bucked up and got $30 on Underdog. Promo code Smitty. Jumpin' John, appreciate you using that link or code Smitty. It helps support the channel and it gets you a little scratch. John, did they give you $15 for doing the 30? I just want to make sure you entered the code right. Smitty doesn't know what he's talking about, says Joel. Oh, okay. Thanks, Joel. Glad you're here watching me. Smitty, guys, just to let you know, I'm watching Smitty right now. He doesn't know what he's talking about. I'll stay tuned. I'm here merely to just say don't follow him. Okay, I love Justin Fields' pick. Thank you, Crypto. I love it too. Smitty's sensitive. You're sensitive, Mr. TD. Did that make you uncomfortable? Okay, Daniel Jones. No thanks. Keenan Allen, Rashad White. Got Marsman Rock Out dialing in. Marsman Rock Out. Hey, Rock Out, I know you missed this draft, but how do you like this team so far? Josh Allen, Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison Jr., Aaron Jones, Derrick Henry, Dalton Kincaid, Justin Fields.
I like it.
I like it a lot. That Aaron Rodgers risk is mitigated by a little Fields action. Thoughts on...
Hey, Smitty, question.
Yeah, go ahead.
How do you feel about having JT and Richardson on the same team? Is that too risky?
JT and Richardson? I don't love it. I'll be honest with you. I'm not what I call the sidecar cuffing. You know, it's like, you know,
Yeah.
you have JT in the sidecar on the motorcycle and AR5 driving. It's like JT can only go where AR5 is going. I mean, is there a game or two where they're both going to blow up? Yeah, but I don't really like it too much. Ruff says he likes Daniel Jones because of the bye week. Well, that's fine. I hear you. I don't blame you, pal. I mean, I got Aaron Rodgers and Josh Allen on a bye week 12, but you know, there's some good and bad to that. You know, sometimes the bye weeks aren't as big of a consideration to me, especially if you have somebody, but you have more firepower all year. I don't know. Give it a take. All right, I'm almost on the clock here, bro. I think I'm not saying I'm done QB drafting necessarily, but I'm gonna jump back, snap back into probably drafting other positions here with these two picks at least. Running backs available. I like Zamir White a lot. Let's go Zamir. And now I've got Derrick Henry and Zamir White. Do you like Jonathan Brooks? Do you like
Who else?
I think that's I mean there's other players, but they're down a ways. I'm gonna go Brooks here. I could go Monty, I could go guys like that. I'm gonna go Brooks. I'm gonna go balls to the wall here because I think Zamir and Henry are gonna be just fine out of the gate. I'm not done drafting players, you know, to support Zamir and Henry, but I love the Jonathan Brooks pick down. You know, I mean, he could do well in week 1 too. Like, there's no sense that he's going to be like held back or to a degree where he's not even playing very much at all or something in week 1 or 2. We'll find out. If that news comes out, then we probably dial back where we're taking him a little bit. But I still love Jonathan Brooks, even if you can set up your team in a way to weather through some sort of potential slow start. Because in best ball, it's tough. You don't want to like have a player that can't be utilized for 8 weeks or something, and you're drafting them high. I like this. Zamir, Brooks, Henry, Marvin, Puka, Aaron Rodgers, Fields, Josh Allen. It's looking good. It's looking good. Crypto says Brooks. I agree. Hopefully, JD5 frees up Scary Terry. Definitely D-Town. I think he will. I think Dotson's going to go nuts. Dotson's a fantastic player this year. Smitty rounded out really nice with Rodgers if he stays healthy. Absolutely. And hopefully Fields is like a wild card, type of winner in Superflex. And that's going to be one of my go-tos in my upcoming video on how to dominate a Superflex. Will be Fields later, Penix Jr. later, those types of things. JSN, Hopkins, stack is kind of interesting, rough. I do like doing that sometimes because you're probably going to get some production one week or another. It's a really, really good, rare cuff. Ricky Pearsall with Debo, Ricky Pearsall with Ayuk, Hopkins, and I thought he took Ridley. It's JSN. I was thinking Ridley. I thought you took Ridley for some reason. Hopkins and Ridley together is a good stack. JSN and DK, this late it would be pretty good too in a way. It could be a waste. It depends on who's there. I thought he took Ridley for some reason, and my brain's fried. But Ridley and Hopkins aren't bad together. If it's late, where did Ridley go? Ridley went at 91 though. I like the CMC team the most, says Brandon. Brandon, do you play a lot of super flexes? I'm just going to guess no. Just because your natural inclination is going to be like, that team looks stacked, because it is, but super flex, it's so hard to win with quarterbacks like that. Watson, Levis, and McCarthy. If Levis is like the next breakout quarterback, if he's top 7 quarterback material, then it definitely could work out. Zach Moss got snagged. I really like Zach Moss. Okay.
Almost back
on the clock.
Yep.
Not loving the QB action. God, this is early, but I'm going to time out, so I'm just going to do it. Took Shakir. It's not early. He's third or fourth ranked, but I didn't really want to do that, but I kind of had to. And then this one's tough. I feel like this could... Let's see here. This could be early. I'm taking my gambles on these running backs because I really want my running back to be a flex more so than a receiver. So Zamir White, Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson to go with Henry. I think I'm covered at that point. I feel pretty good about it. Brooks and Benson may not get a lot of use out of them in the beginning, but I'm hoping that my team is lights out from the beginning to end with that like combination of Brooks and Benson coming in to save the day if Henry does get banged up and injured and starts, aging out in the middle of the season. Or Zamir White isn't as amazing as we thought when he's like Pollard, right? Gets the full workload and you're like, holy shit, like he's wearing down or something like that. DC Dude, did you find your team? What is it? You drafted 4 straight quarterbacks. I can't imagine I'm going to like this team, but go ahead.
Yep, I found it, all right? 4 straight quarterbacks. Now, I was sitting in the 4th spot. So I took CJ first round, Jordan Love second round, Kyler Murray third round, Trevor Lawrence fourth round. Quarterback.
I would probably have said, I like what you did. You only start 2 quarterbacks, obviously, but I like what you did. It's definitely a strategy. Obviously, can be a good one if you land the rest. But the Trevor Lawrence pick, I feel, was unnecessary. But go ahead and tell me what you got. What's your supporting cast look like? I can't imagine I'm gonna like this.
The next 3 picks, I went wide receiver, which was Mike Evans, Cooper Kupp, DK Metcalf.
That's really good.
Then I went running back, which was David Montgomery, DeAndre Swift.
Okay. It's pretty good, bro.
I like it. Then I went another wide receiver, which was Deontay Johnson. Then I went running back, which was Jalen Warren and Zach Moss.
What draft slot was this from?
The 4th.
Okay. That's pretty interesting. I would say, though, even though you did a really good job, I will say you did a really, really good job with that. What were the non-quarterback players around the Trevor Lawrence territory? Is there a way to look at the board for me?
Yeah, I'm looking at the board now. All right. So it was going from right to left.
Yeah.
It was going from right to left.
Okay.
So
Trevor Lawrence,
Marvin Hurst Jr. Well, after my pick, after Trevor Lawrence, right?
Okay.
Brandon Ayuk. Brandon Ayuk went after Lawrence, right after me.
Gotcha.
Then Rashad White, Josh Jacobs, Derrick Henry, Devontae Smith, and then I took Mike Evans.
So if I were you, as good as you did, I think you're even better if you would have gone Fields late or Penix Jr. late and taken Henry or Jacobs. I think you're just like, that team is like the kind of team that wins it all. Your team could still be the kind of, I'll be honest with you, I did not think it was going to be as good as you did. From that 4 pick, sounds like the sweet spot to try something like that, because you nailed it pretty well. But you give yourself a Henry or a Jacobs, and I'm asking myself if you're lying. You know what I'm saying? Like, you tell me that you have those 3 quarterbacks, you have those 3 wide receivers, you have those 2 running backs to go with Derrick Henry or Jacobs, and I'm saying I don't believe you. Like, that's how good that team would have been. So I don't think you screwed the pooch or anything, but I just say it's unnecessary to go the 4. I think the 3 was, it's a ballsy enough strategy to go 3 straight quarterbacks. It's effective if you land it like you did, but I think it's unnecessary to go 4. Because you could get,
trying to test myself.
Yeah, because you could get like think about it. I mean, Trevor Lawrence. As much as I love Trevor Lawrence, I do love him. Penix Jr. We're drafting with a group of our people, so it's possible Penix Jr. falls to 9 or 10. He went around 8 in this draft. But even like a Minshew went in 11. Like, I'll take Henry or Jacobs with Minshew over Gus Edwards or Javonte or a Singletary or someone like that. Mike Williams. Those are the guys going around Gardner Minshew. I'd rather have Gardner Minshew and Henry or Gardner Minshew and Jacobs than Trevor Lawrence and one of those players. You know what I'm saying, bro?
And look, and by the way, I'm DC Dude on Twitter that posted that or made that post to you with Caleb Williams and Jay Daniels that you responded to earlier. I'm DC Dude, the real telly on Twitter.
I don't know what you said. I'll be honest with you, bro. I'm so busy. I have so many things going. What did you say? I don't even know what you said.
No, I made a post about what you had done yesterday when it came to Caleb Williams.
Oh, on Twitter? On Twitter?
Yeah.
Hey,
me.
I got you. I appreciate you. You were just you were like retweeting me out saying watch the show, right?
Right.
Thank you, bro. Can't thank you enough for the love, pal.
Yeah, no problem, man. You deserve it, man. We need to get you more listeners, man. I think that you're one of the best on the internet, if not the best.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that a lot. I put a lot of hard work and time into it. It's not luck. It's definitely a grind. But the bottom, the truth of the matter is, I'm still a 0, a big fat 0 without you guys. I'm nothing. I'm a guy standing in front of a camera, and if you guys aren't watching and coming back, I'm a nothing. There's nothing I'm bringing to the table. So you guys are more important collectively than any content creator. So at the end of the day, I appreciate you guys.
Yeah, but no problem. Look, I got my own podcast as well. I just started it maybe like a couple of weeks ago. I would love to get you on because, I would love to know how you got started and things like that. Plus, I just want to say, man, your visuals are off the freaking charts, bro. Like the way you put it all together with your visuals, the music in the background, I just think that it's absolutely elite. It's just elite the way you do it.
All right,
and
man.
I heard you one day say that you do it yourself, and I just think that's awesome, bro.
Yeah, I don't have anybody. It's just me, bro. All right, hey, DM me on a Twitter. All right, appreciate you.
All right.
All right, later. Rock out. What are you thinking here, bro? What do you think of this team? Let me put my team on screen just to give you a little sense of what we're dealing with, big picture wise. Because without scrolling, you want to see this, I'm gonna show it to you, and you tell me if this tickles your fancy. Rock out. You tell me if you're telling me if you're staring at this team, going, Smitty, can I look at it a little longer, please? Hold on, let me pull it up. Let me drop it here. Here it is. Josh Allen, Aaron Rodgers, Justin Fields, Derrick Henry, Zamir White, Jonathan Brooks, Trey Benson, Jerome Ford, Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison Jr., Shakir, Xavier Legette, Dalton Kincaid.
Yeah, mess with it.
I mean, Shiat, bro. Shiat, bro.
Can I give you my bad team so far?
Sure.
All right, my QBs, Richardson, Stafford, Fields, running back, Jonathan Taylor. I regret it once I did it. Kyron Williams, Najee Harris, and then wide receivers, A.J. Brown, Dalvin Reed.
I like it, bro. You did really good. You did really, really good. Yeah, I'm liking this team so far. It's looking good. Keep in mind, guys, this is a 2 wide receiver required format. So anybody, like I see some of you saying I need more wide receivers. Of course I do. But keep in mind, you only are required to start 2. So it changes the whole landscape of desired wide receiver selections and where you take them and how much you go early wide receiver. It's a very different format. So Shakir, Puka, Harrison, Legette are pretty damn good considering, and I want my flex to be an RB. Having your flex as an RB has a slight statistical advantage, according to previous data, which I don't necessarily care too much to cement into my plan of attack, because guess what? Things change. Let's see what else we can cook up here. I got my pick coming up. I'm going to start preparing. And there are plenty of players I still absolutely love that are kind of going later, so I don't know that I even need to grab some of them now. Kind of feel like I'm good at RB. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to make a nice little move here. A nice little crazy, crafty little draft selection. Let's see if I end up getting them.
Right.
For those that don't know, I'm creating... join my Patreon. My Patreon is the place to be. It's where the show extends into, like where we all collect and hang out. And every time I do a live stream, I put a link, and then we all comment before and after and whatever. Every show, there's a live chat for game days. There's a redraft chat, or a dynasty chat, a SuperFlex chat, a news chat. Chats all over the place. 10 chats in there. That's how to join. $10. And people that join today and prior, anybody up to tonight at my time, midnight, and I might extend it tomorrow because I need to fill all these spots. You get a place in a league with me. We're going to have 11 or 12 leagues. And the winner of each league is going to play in a big dynasty league in 2025. So we're going to run 11 or 12 leagues. You got to be on the Discord. All right, here, I got to make the second pick. Go Malachi Corley. You got to be, not the Discord. You got to be on the Patreon. I keep saying Discord. You got to be on the Patreon. If you get on the Patreon by tonight, and anybody before, so anybody up to tonight, you will get access, or you'll get a shot, or you will get a place in one of these 11 or 12 leagues. And the 12 winners will be in a dynasty league that we create for the show. It'll be called the Fantasy Football the main show Dynasty League, and we'll do that startup draft in the off season. So it's gonna be amazing. How do I put your code in on Underdog? If you use the link, bro, it'll do it for you. If this is from Yeet, and so if you just click this link, it'll insert it for you and download the app. If you've already downloaded the app, there will be a place that says, where did you hear about us? When you're signing up, it'll say, and you put in Smitty, but you use the link, it'll download it for you. All right, Yeet, appreciate you, Yeet. All right, so my 2 picks here, I took Taysom Hill. I think that's pretty good. I think it's a pretty good QB to throw into the mix. I think he's kind of a secret weapon. I'm hoping they don't do some sort of like switcheroo and take him out of the tight end eligibility later or something. I don't know what the rules state for that, because all the crybabies out there, they get so mad about that strategy that we've deployed over and over and over and over. So I took Taysom. I took Malachi Corley. I've got Leggett and Malachi Corley. I truly believe one of those guys will be very productive, if not both of them. What's up, John?
What's up, Smitty? I like your team.
I
I eventually think that Trey Benson's going to go below Jerome Ford, and I'm pretty sure Jerome Ford will eventually climb up. I mean, Nick Chubb doesn't seem to look like he's going to be doing much, and
no,
they have a great team there. So I don't know. Outside of that, I love the team.
Well, Benson's either going to win people leagues, or you could be waiting. And I think in best ball, you're okay waiting though, because you don't have to decide when to play him. When he starts scoring big, he gets inserted in an optimal fashion right into your lineup. So I think while you could say, oh, you could have got another player, like who though? Who has more upside than him? I don't think really anybody. James Conner, like some would take James Conner over Trey Benson, but not me, because I think Trey Benson by midseason, he was drafted to be their future. And so the moment that he gets a shot, he's going in. And once he goes in, he's not like dialing back, and going back to the bench. It's going to be, plus Connor's older, he's injury prone. Just the odds of him staying healthy this year, he missed a handful of games last year. The odds of him staying healthy at Ziggy, how old is James Conner? He's
James Conner is 29 years old and was born on May 5th, 1995.
Yeah, so bro, he's 29. I mean, he's 1 year past his expiration date already. So he's playing on borrowed time. Benson to the moon. I could understand the hesitation, and I actually enjoy hearing takes like yours, not because I'm trying to ridicule your take. It just makes me excited that a lot of people do not see the hidden value that is literally like a injury away. He's top like 6 to 10 potential. He's kind of I don't want to say he's Breece Hall. I'm not saying that, but he's very Breece Hall like. He's got that, maybe you could call him like 5 running back spots down from Breece Hall value wise or production wise, but like you're getting that version of Breece. You're getting like a 80% version of Breece if he's in the lineup and getting all the work. He's so good, bro. Breece Hall could be the number 1, number 2, or number 3 overall pick during any of the given next 1, 2, 3, 4 years, right? Benson's probably got a ceiling of like 9 to 15 overall. It's a Marshawn Lynch ADP territory for him max, but that's an awesome player. If you start getting production that's in the tune of a 9 to 15 overall player, which is where Marshawn Lynch would always get drafted, like bottom of round 1, never in the top 3 or 4, but bottom of round 1 into the 2 area, that's how good Benson can be. That's a fantastic player to throw on a bench and wait. And if you see strategically, what I did is I got the player that's going to play before him, Ford. Yeah, 2 rounds later, and I agree with you, he'll probably climb up. Ford is one of my absolute favorite running back grabs in double-digit rounds in SuperFlex, and he goes a little bit higher, not much, in a regular non-SuperFlex, but love him, bro, love him. I'm going to go Isaiah Likely here. And now I have Kincaid and Likely. I've got Corley. Right. Okay, man, this is tough. Hold on a second, boys. Let me just make this selection. Running out of time. Running on borrowed time. I guess I'll just go Troy Franklin. I'm going to go rookie wild. Troy Franklin, Malachi Corley, Leggett. I mean, I'm going to get somebody to pop. Rookie receivers are a very good bet in best ball when you have a ton of them because they do have their moments, and I don't have to decide when. Just use your code. First time on Underdog. Yeet to the freaking moon. Yeet, I'm going to drop a private draft, okay, that you can join at the end of this stream. And so look out for that. That way you can get in a league right away. But it won't be one of these tournaments. It'll be like a private $3 draft where the prize is like $20. But it just gives you an extra draft to be in a 17-week contest with just me and 10 other people. And you don't get removed from it. There's no like you in week 15 get separated or anything. It's us all the way to the end. Whoever wins between us 12 will win the $20. Again, not a big prize, but it's fun to do a bunch of these. We do like, I don't know, 7 to 10 a week, and they add up. And I'm not even saying this in a way to suggest that I dominated all the ones that I did or anything. I don't even know what my win percentage was in these private drafts that we did. And to be frank with you, sometimes I just I'll pull the team up, and I have so many of them because I do a lot of them with you guys. I'll pull the team up and I'll be like, him. So like in some of them, I need to actually focus more. Because when I looked at my account at the end of the year, from just these private drafts, these $5 drafts and $3 drafts that we did, I got like a $400 deposit, winnings from all of those when those cashed in. And because I'd done so many of them, you win, get second place. I think it pays like $13, $10, whatever. But you do so many of them because we all do so many of them, it adds up quick. And so I was like, damn, I need to focus on that a little more. That was a nice little chunk of change to just have pop in. I mean, it more than paid for all the private drafts that we did. John, you got anything else? Or did I even answer your question?
Yeah, you answered. I just wanted to add that, it's hot in Arizona. Benson's kind of a bigger back, and he's like 6'1".
Come on, John. John, come on, John. Come on. No.
He is. No. Hey, Benson.
Bro.
Benson hits.
Bro.
He easily top 10.
Bro.
Easily top 10.
Bro, that's a wild take. I don't think, bro, I've been doing this for 20. I got to figure out how long it's been because I always say 23 years. I don't know. 23 plus years. I've never heard that take in my life. It's kind of hot there in Arizona. Benson's a big back. Benson's not that big of a back, bro. What do you think Benson weighs, and how tall do you think he is? I'm curious because that was a wild take.
I know for a fact he's above 6 foot, and I mean the heat's pretty good on the joints and the ligaments, so I think he could go another year or two.
Bro, that's why he's 6 foot even, and he weighs 220 pounds. It's not a big, you're telling me that becomes a problem. I'm in Arizona. Can I tell you a little secret about Arizonians? You get used to it. My guy, doesn't matter if you're born here or not. You know that the average person here, 1 out of 20 people, 1 out of 30, maybe 1 out of 50 people was born here. It's a state where people migrate because of the weather. And not to mention you're playing half your games here, my guy. Not to mention there's some night games, my guy. Not to mention they have they don't have to be outside all the time, my guy, during the game. Not to mention, come on, bro. Come on. Am I really having this conversation with you? John, come on, John. You have to be trolling. John?
Yeah, no, I'm sitting here Well, if you watch him play, he's not like a pounder and bruiser type back like the backup to Aaron Jones.
He's 220 pounds. John, I think you're thinking of the wrong guy. You might be thinking of Bucky Irving.
No, this is James Conner. It's 100% James Conner.
No, you're talking about Benson.
No, I'm saying James Conner James Conner's 6'1", pretty sure, and that the Heat's really good for him, and I truly believe he's probably gonna play a year and a half, and then he'll start falling. But if Benson somehow manages to find his way in there,
what you started to say was that Benson would run into a problem in Arizona because he's a bigger back. That's what you said.
No, I said James Conner, word for word. James Conner.
Maybe I'm wrong. Rock out. What did you hear?
I heard Benson.
I heard Benson too. Chat, did he say Benson? He said Benson. I'm almost positive you said Benson, bro. I think you're mistaken.
I thought I said Conner.
I know you thought it,
I did
but
say Benson. If I said Benson, then I was mistaken.
Let's see what the chat said. He said Benson. You said Benson. The chat saying you said Benson. That's why I'm going nuts on you. Hold on a second. I'm almost.
That's why you were laughing.
Yeah. We're bro. It's a wild take. Not to mention, it doesn't really change your take. It doesn't. I'm gonna take McMillan now. I'm going rookie wild. It doesn't really. Yeah, everyone said you said Benson for sure. It's still a wild take even for Conner. Conner's used to the Heat, bro. Why would the Heat have anything to do with being 6'1"? I don't understand that. What is height like? If you let's say your argument was he's a heavier guy, he's gonna sweat a lot more. He's gonna weigh his clothes down. He's gonna trip and fall. But what does height have to do with the Heat? Is he closer to the sun? Is that the problem?
No, like the smaller backs, Sproles, Eckler. I don't know any other smaller backs, but I'm sure there's a ton. Those guys usually don't last as long as the taller ones. And I'm sure there's numbers to back that up.
But no, bro, you're all over the place. I'm asking you about what did the size have to do with the Heat?
Well, I just said the taller RBs have a tendency to last longer in the league. The Heat is better on the joints, the muscles, and everything. If you ask any RB, would they rather play in Chicago or would they rather play in LA? They're probably going to say LA or any state that has sunshine. Including Texas, Florida.
You do know that taller RBs are not actually desired in the NFL, right? That the 6'1" and above is not a good frame. The upright running style leads to injury. That you take a lot of body shots when you got more body to hit. When you're a smaller back, lower center of gravity, there's less of a chance you're going to take. When you're a taller back, that was the knock on Adrian Peterson, which I disagree with. I'm not saying it's case by case to me, like anything. But there's a lot of people that tell you, bro, it's the complete opposite as far as what scouts want. They don't want a 6'2" running back. But anyway, neither here nor there. You said Benson, so we were all going kind of nuts because what you were saying didn't jive at all. It didn't really make sense to me anyway, but it definitely didn't make sense when you're saying Benson's a bigger back and he's in Arizona. And Conner's, the weather, and Conner's gonna have 1 or 2 more years, and then he's gonna get injured. And I'm like, where are we going with this? Okay. Anyway, John, neither here nor there. Conner's 29 years old. Doesn't matter if it's 95 degrees out or 80 degrees out or 110 degrees out. Not to mention the Cardinals have a stadium that can help that weather condition for you. It's not like he's playing with the sun over his head the entire game, let alone has to even play with the sun at all out in that stadium, bro. So he's gonna get air conditioning. Have you ever been to the Cardinal Stadium? It's got AC. But I've been to Arizona. But it's got AC, bro.
Yeah, man. But if you walk the streets, everybody's wearing black. They got black umbrellas.
What the streets, John? Come on, bro. You gotta be trolling. What do the streets have to do with anything? Not to mention, I walk the streets. I'm in Arizona. No one's wearing black in the summer. Who's teaching you all this? Where are you learning this from the tube? Where are you learning this, bro? Nobody wears black in the summers. That's the worst thing you could wear.
I'm just saying that.
You're just saying what,
if
John?
you played in physical sports, like I wrestled in high school, like 10 years ago, I wrestled. So I can tell you 100% for certain that you'd much rather be in a warmer environment than a colder environment. 10 times out of 10. It's not even close.
No one's really arguing that, John. But Benson and Connor both play in the same team in Arizona. What are we doing? What are we doing here? And they also have an air condition. Like, what are we doing? I don't understand. No one knows what's happening, Rhino. Rhino says, I don't know what's happening. Grasping at straws, says Panda. I'm not alone, bro. People are just like, we're very confused. We're very confused people right now. Dick says this is crazy. John thought he had something with this one, says Sick Nasty. Rhino's laughing. I'm not the only one here that's like absolutely like flabbergasted at what conversation we're having. I'm surprised I've let it go this long. Hold on. Let's get a new take from Pennsylvania. Let's see what a Pennsylvanian thinks of this. This is Gage from Pennsylvania. Gage, can you tell me what's going on here?
John, get the fuck off the phone line. Tell me I'm losing fucking brain cells, man. Come on.
All right, watch the language. This may not be a family show, but we all have families. All right, so let's keep keep the language down, Gage. I know in Pennsylvania they let it fly, but John, what do you have? Do you have in careful language, please? Do you have any reply for Gage?
He must not have played any sports. That's all I got.
All right, Gage, please, careful reply, Gage. Go ahead.
I'm gonna keep this calm, but I played football throughout high school.
Okay, played football throughout high school. What do you have to say about that?
We had people on our wrestling team that would go and play RB, and they just demolished everybody. So congratulations that you played high school football.
It does seem like I'm not trying to be mean, John. I love you, pal. I do actually really like John.
Well, I'm not trying to be either, but I've never come on the phone line and use derogatory language like that. I know you. This is your source of living, or hopefully a part of it. And they can potentially demonetize stuff, and I don't ever come on here.
Right.
And denigrate
You heard me tell him to dial it down, right? You heard me tell him to dial it down. I didn't want him talking to you like that. Like, first of all. So Gage, please keep it calm. And John, I love you, pal. I always tell you, like, whenever we disagree about something, I appreciate you regardless. And you drop super chats, and I'm not just saying it because you drop super chats. I really do appreciate you. I just feel like this one's a little bit wild. This one's a little bit out in left field.
We can always agree to disagree.
True. All right, hey, John, do you have any other questions? I feel like this got off on the wrong foot. Gage, let's get Gage out of the way and get his question taken care of. John, stay right there. Let's end on a good note. Stay right there. Don't go anywhere. Gage, go ahead. What's your question? What can I do for you? Or do you just call the lamb-based
How high are
John?
you on? Yeah, no. How high are you on Rashad Bateman?
Not high at all. I like Rashad Bateman about as much as John likes the weather in Arizona. I'm not really high on him. I know every year we hype this guy up, and it's just another disappointment. Like, at what point are we gonna say, okay, enough is enough? 8 times the charm. Injury, whether it's injury risk, whether it's like just hype by coaches and we don't see it. Does he have talent? Yeah, but it's long past due for me to be gambling on this kid unless it's like really, really late. Like, where'd he go in this draft?
He has an ADP in regular of 180.
Is this John?
It's really high.
Is that John?
In my opinion.
Is that John? Is that you, John?
No, I'm on mute.
Oh, okay. So it sound like you guys sound the same. 80 overall in redraft? Or, in 1 QB?
No, 180.
180. I was like, what in the hell? Where are you drafting? Okay, yeah, 180. So we're talking about, I have to look at a different ADP because this is SuperFlex, but I'm trying to see where he even went in this draft. Just to give you, because he's probably going around the same player territory, right? So there's Bateman, round 15. So Vidal, give me Vidal. He's in that round. Give me Corley. I took Corley at the beginning of that round. Give me Luke McCaffrey. Give me Jermaine Burton, the rookie in Cincinnati. I'm going to go down to the next round. Give me Javon Baker. Give me Likely, who I took in round 16. I'm going to go down a round more. Give me Troy Franklin. Give me Tyrone Tracy, the 87-year-old rookie running back for the Giants. Give me... I'm going to go down to the next round. I guess that's maybe where I take Bateman. So I'm taking Bateman near Raymond. I'm taking Bateman near Mike Gesicki. I'm taking Raymond near Elijah Mitchell. Devontae Walker, the rookie for the Baltimore Ravens. That's where I'm taking him, bro. And in a non-Superflex, that probably means he's not getting drafted, right? Or no, you said 180? I don't know. Yeah, that's where I'm taking him, bro. Marvin Mims Jr. territory. Like, okay, I'll take Bateman there. That's fine. Make sense, bro?
Yep.
Gage, what else you got? Can you say something positive about John? I really don't like how this went. I'll be honest with you. As much as at first I egged it on. John, I apologize when I was like, what do you have to say about... That was my fault. I feel like I created I set it up. And I didn't really mean to. Gage, say something nice about John.
No, I was just trolling, but John, no bad blood. It's all love in the show, and at the end of the day, people can come on this line and talk shit all they want, but it doesn't really show their true colors. So love you, man.
Look at that, Gage to the moon. Nice job, John. You feel better? I'm sorry, bro.
Yeah, it was good.
Okay,
I'm good.
It was a wild take, though. I'm not gonna like lie to you and say that I do agree. I think it's crazy to think about the Arizona weather for two guys that play on the same team. They're both facing that weather together. I think your overall point got really lost in that you said the wrong name, and I think we couldn't ever dial it back from that. But I still don't think James Conner has a shot in hell at staying healthy at 29 years old with all the injury history he has. So Trey Benson to the motherfucking moon.
Hey, I noticed that you picked the McMillan dude. Wasn't that the dude that was on Washington? He was part of the three-headed monster.
I love McMillan, bro. McMillan is such a good player. He has so much ability to, I think, surpass expectation. And there's just a nice opportunity for this kid to walk in, and with the injury history of Godwin, with the aging out process maybe taking place this year with Evans to a degree, and he gets hurt a little bit because he's an older player. Ziggy, how old is Mike Evans?
Mike Evans is 30 years old and was born on August
Ziggy
21st,
off.
1993.
Ziggy off. I just want to see his age. So he turns 31, and it's a dangerous territory. And Jalen McMillan, yes, Washington wide receiver, comes into this situation where you've got a guy that some people said was a first-round talent, right? First-round ability, potentially top 5 wide receiver skill set that just kind of fell to the wayside. And a lot of people had some problems with McMillan, but he's such a good player that had he been liked in the scouting process a little bit better, could have went as like wide receiver 5 off the board. Like where Leggett went, where Pearsall went, that's where McMillan should have probably gone from a talent and physicality perspective. He's really good, bro. He's really good.
I think most people don't know this about him, but he was actually considered the number 1 prior to getting hurt. I think it was in like 2022 or 2020, and then he got hurt, and the next year Onduze stepped in, and he didn't relinquish the role back to him.
Yeah.
So
that's exactly right. He's now we're talking. Now we're talking, John. You and I are on the same page here. He's really, really good, bro. I'll pull up his stats so people can get a little gander at what he was doing before he got hurt. So what John's talking about is in 2023 last year, he had 45 receptions, 559 and 5 touchdowns. So clearly it was not a healthy season for him. But the year prior, what John's talking about when he was kind of the number 1 option there, thought to be 79 receptions, 1098, and 9 scores. Really good looking wide receiver at that point, but he comes with very little resume. He comes off the back of a bad year, right? I mean, statistically, and just not being just an injury concern for people. And he really does have a lot of upside. And I think that anybody looking for a stab at the end of their draft, McMillan's your guy. I love McMillan. If I had to throw out a couple more names, though, of wide receivers that make a lot of sense in the McMillan bucket of late wide receiver, especially rookies, too. Rookies, Javon Baker, obviously, but he can sometimes go. Let me see if Baker's ADP is a lot higher than his. Baker's going with Marsman Rock Out, still there. Good. Marsman Rock Out, hang tight. Look, Jahan Dotson's going at 132. I'm not saying that's his low, but that's a nice draft selection right there. Ricky Pearsall 146. Absolutely love that ADP. Jermaine Burton. I was racking my brain of like, where's my other sleeper? Jermaine Burton in Cincy. Jermaine Burton in Cincy and Jalen McMillan in Tampa. Those are the two maybe deepest players. Malachi Corley as well, because he's going late too. McMillan's going a lot later though than those guys. McMillan's going at 208. But Corley and Luke McCaffrey, they're going in like the 160, 170 territory. Those are all really good values. And there's a lot of drafts where I keep drafting over and over, like 5 or 6 of those rookies at the end of the draft. And I don't know if it's going to work out, but I feel like it's the rookie class to try it. And for everybody saying you need to go wide receiver, or 3 wide receivers in the first 5 rounds, I kind of think that one of the strategies to mitigate that and to draft against traffic is having a boatload of those rookie receivers, because they think they can step up this year and really kind of give somebody an advantage that is going heavy RB. This is driving me nuts right here. There you go, 25K. There we go. All right, John, anything else, pal?
No, sir. Have a good night.
All right, man. Are we good? Are we good, John?
Yeah, we're good. We're
okay.
all good.
All right, John to the moon. I'm going to send you to Saturn today.
To Saturn.
All right. Rock Out, any final thoughts?
Yeah, can I give you my full team?
Sure, go ahead.
Quarterback, Richardson, Stafford, Fields, Minshew. Running back, Taylor, Kyrie Williams, Harris, Forum, Allen from the Jets. Wide receiver, A.J. Brown, Dell, Reed, Leggett, Corley, McCaffrey, McMillan, Hyatt, tight end, Goddard, Sanat, and Kraft.
I like it, bro. Nice job. Nice job. All right, Rock Out. I'm probably going to head out. I'm really tired tonight, but I'll see you tomorrow, and I appreciate you. Rock Out to the mother freaking moon. Nice job with your team. Any final thoughts on the way out the door? Anything?
I think I'm good. See you later.
Rock Out to Saturn. Appreciate you being on Patreon. How you liking Patreon, by the way?
Doing pretty good. Have you set up any of the leagues yet?
No, not yet. I will be sending emails out to everybody or messages on Patreon with a link to go into the league. So get ready for that. All right, we'll see you later. Rock
Okay.
Out. Stay tuned for it, pal.
All right.
All right, later.
Cool.
All right, I'm out of here. Appreciate you all. I saw a couple of you trying to call in right now, but I got to go. Whenever I answer one of these calls, it goes another 20, 30 minutes. I got to get out of here. I'll see you all tomorrow. We'll have some sort of breaking news tomorrow. I'm sure it'll be Lamb or Dak or Ayuk or something happening, some breaking news. See you all tomorrow. Appreciate every single one of you. Don't forget the Patreon link is right here. Please join the Patreon. Anybody that joins the Patreon by tonight and probably tomorrow too, although I wouldn't push my luck, you're going to get into a league, one of 11 or 12 leagues that we're going to have, and the winners of each individual 11 or 12 league will be the people that get a spot in the 2025 Dynasty Startup for the show, the main Dynasty Startup for the show that we'll reference on the channel a lot and review. That's the Patreon link there. $10 a month gets you 10 live chats that are 365, 24/7. Sick Nasty's in there, Blackbeard's in there, Travis is in there, Superfish is in there, Rockout's in there. It's basically the core of our community in one place. It's not like, oh, in the comments, you can kind of gather there, but not everybody's in the comments. In the live stream, we're all here in a sense, right? But where are we before the stream? Where are we after the stream? Where are we 365 days a year? Where are we during games? Let's congregate on one platform, a live chat in my Patreon. $10 a month eliminates trolls. It eliminates all that. And we're just hanging out, having a damn good time together on the Patreon. 365, 24/7. Trade advice, live chat, general chat, live chat, SuperFlex, live game day chat where it's Sunday night, Thursday night game, Monday night game, Sunday slate of games, Friday game, Christmas game. We're in there chatting. Here is the link one more time, patreon.com/the fantasy football show. Join, try it out, see how you like it. I'm shouting people out as they come rolling in. We had like, I don't know, 12 people join during the 8 p.m. show. So appreciate you all. See you all tomorrow.
Legend has it if you say Saint Brown 3 times in the dark.
Another super chat came rolling in that I missed. I'm sorry, Superfish. What do you think of my squad in the 2 spot? First time ever drafting Superflex. Any really horrible picks in there? Superfish, you still here? I appreciate you dropping this. I just saw it last minute. I'm sorry about that. Here we go. Let's look at it. Superfish to the moon. Superfish from the, what would you say, the 2 spot. You were right. Yeah, you were right behind me. Jalen Hurts, Saquon Barkley, AJ Brown, DK Stafford. You did what I did, so I can't complain about that. Waiting on a quarterback for your second QB. It's my favorite approach. I'd rather, instead of forcing a Purdy or a Lawrence, or I'd take Jaden Daniels. But if I'm not forcing Caleb or any of those quarterbacks. I know you might take a Tua here and there, and that's fine. I don't mind that, but I probably wouldn't do it. I'm doing what you did. I'm going Jalen Hurts, AJ Brown, Saquon Barkley, DK. It's fantastic. Matthew Stafford, Jaden Reed, Kyle Pitts, Najee Harris. Wow, I didn't even see your team until now. Jalen Warren stacking that running back room. Curtis Samuel, Gardner Minshew, Jahan Dotson. You stole him from me. I knew somebody snagged him from my crew. Nice team. Braylon Allen. I like that a lot. You did a great job. The difference between Superflex and redraft, I mean, aside from the obvious that you could start, is that it's all about trying to balance that ability to get the second quarterback and even a third quarterback. It is a lot harder to beat somebody with 3 really good quarterbacks if they don't go quarterback, which can work. But like this is a good squad. You're definitely, in my opinion, looking at a round of these teams, you're definitely in the top 6. Top 5, maybe even top 4 out of all the teams. For your first Superflex draft, you did a home run job, and to even have another quarterback like Gardner Minshew is pretty damn solid. So you did a great job, fantastic job. My team from the left side, the 1.1, Josh Allen, Puka Nacua, Marvin Harrison, Aaron Rodgers, Derrick Henry, Dalton Kincaid, Justin Fields, Zamir White, Jonathan Brooks, Khalil Shakir, Trey Benson, Leggett, Jerome Ford, Taysom Hill, Malachi Corley, Likely, Franklin, Tucker Kraft. Who did I take in the last pick? I don't know why it won't refresh. I forget who I even took it. It always does that on the last pick. I'll see you all. Appreciate you. Thank you, Superfish, for dropping that last super chat at the last second. Appreciate Superfish being on my Patreon. Appreciate all of you in my Patreon. And don't forget, if you want to draft like this in the future, hit this link up right now. And that way you're prepared and ready to draft immediately. You're signed up. It takes like 2 minutes to sign up using this link right here that I just dropped. Code Smitty also gets it done if you download the Underdog app just manually through the App Store. And you need, how'd you hear about us? Enter code Smitty and get 50% match on your first deposit. Appreciate you all. I took Jalen Hyatt. Thank you. Appreciate you all. Thank you, Beard. Thank you, Superfish. Thank you, everybody. Thank you, Sick Nasty. Thank you, Travis. Thank you, all my mods. Space Ricky, if you're out there.